Kelly, 6:31. We turn now to an ABC6 News follow-up this morning. A wedding party in Newport, it ended in disaster over the weekend after 6 people, they were arrested after a serious altercation with police. Most of the people arrested, they are expected in court today. Good morning, Providence reporter Yanni Tregellis is live at the Newport District Court with more on this story. Yanni.
Well, Terralyn, we are expecting 5 of the 6 people arrested on early Sunday morning to be here at Newport District Court after that run-in with police became pretty physical. Now, all of this was caught on camera throughout the run-in with police, and it shows a group gathering around officers and then officers starting to get physical with them. Now, again, you're watching that video right now on your screen. You can see at times officers are seen in that video pushing and punching some of that crowd around them. Again, this all happening in the early morning hours of September 10th. Now, later on in the video, that's when the incident becomes even more physical as it continues to unfold and the crowd gets larger. That's when 2 officers allege that one of the members of the group reached for their guns. And that's when you can see in this video one of the officers throwing a woman onto the ground and knocking her unconscious, causing even more of a response from others in that group. Now, 2 people were taken to a hospital as a result of this altercation. They have since been released, and in total, 6 people were arrested, the majority of them charged with simple assault, battery, resisting arrest, and obstruction of a police officer. Again, 5 of those 6 people, they are expected here at Newport District Court today. The 6th person, they will be arraigned at a later date in this month. We also reached out to the Attorney General's office about this altercation. They said they are investigating it, but they also added that that is just the standard practice for them, as it is with all felony cases. We're live in Newport. Yanni Tregellis, ABC6 News.
Okay, Yanni, thank you for that. At 6:33, we're going to take a look at some other headline stories this morning. Leominster was one of many towns hit hard by Monday's storm. The town's damage was serious enough for Governor Healy to declare a state of emergency in Massachusetts today. The serious rainfall caused widespread flooding, downed trees, power outages, and damage to homes and infrastructure all throughout the town. Governor Healy asked for federal support to help repair the damage caused by the flooding after getting 9 inches of rain in a matter of hours. The floodwater washed out roadways and even caused sinkholes to appear.
Continue to be vigilant about the weather. We do expect more rains in the coming days. Been in touch with FEMA to request all assistance that we can get to help get us through this time.
A busy bridge over the Nashua River that services about 26,000 vehicles a day is closed. Schools in both Leominster and North Attleboro, they are also closed again today as crews work to clean off the roads. Adding to the closures, commuter rail service along the MBTA's Fitchburg line, well, that has been suspended after flooding from Monday's storm caused the ground beneath the tracks to completely wash out in Leominster. Trains will now run only as far as Shirley Station before buses take over along the rest of the line. This was just one of many sinkholes that opened up around the town, including one by a car dealership on Main Street. A Pawtucket police officer with a checkered past was scheduled to be in court yesterday for DUI charges, but instead he'll be there later today. 40-year-old Daniel Dolan was arrested back in January. Dolan was acquitted of assault charges related to a 2021 off-duty incident where he was accused of shooting a teen driver in the arm. Then earlier this month, the 40-year-old officer was arrested and charged with DUI and making threats to a public official in Coventry on September 2nd. A candlelight vigil is planned for tonight to support a Providence nurse who was badly hurt by a patient last week. On Friday, a male nurse at the Rhode Island hospital was assaulted by a patient. That patient, 38-year-old George Bauer, was charged Monday with felony assault and battery and felony assault on a healthcare worker. So far, there's no update from police on the nurse's condition. The vigil is planned to take place at 6 p.m. tonight in front of the Rhode Island Hospital. All are welcome to join. 6:36, still trying to get a look outside. That fog is staying strong out there. Let's get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Kelly Bates. She has your forecast on the 6th.
Well, Tara Lynn, of course, we have the fog here in Providence, but it's really dense as we go to the Newport area where visibility is even lower than what we've got here downtown. So we're officially listed at about a quarter of a mile here in Providence. As we get closer to the coast in the Newport area and Westerly area, we have visibility that is less than that. And that could make for hazardous road travel. So if you are an early morning commuter from coastal areas, in particular Newport and Westerly, you may find some tricky and very slow travel. May want to leave yourself a little extra time to get where you're headed. So we've got a cold front coming in, and that's responsible for bringing clouds at the upper levels. It's also going to be responsible for developing rain that could become local downpours, and we could see some thunderstorms in here today as well. So our timeline has the onset of rain starting as we finish the morning after 10, 11 this morning, and any thunderstorms are expected to develop more as we hit the early afternoon, possibly taking us through the late commute. Now, once we get to tonight, we're going to do some clearing and welcome in some gorgeous weather for tomorrow. But for today, we've got morning fog to contend with and afternoon active weather, once again with rounds of showers and the chance of seeing thunderstorms. Tara Lynn?
All right, Kelly, 6:37 in your health news this morning. Another reminder to be on alert when it comes to mosquitoes. Now, the Rhode Island DEM has identified 2 more cases of Triple E from Gloucester, in addition to Triple E mosquito samples from 5 communities: Barrington, Johnston, Richmond, Tiverton, and Westerly. They all tested positive for West Nile virus as well. The samples, they were collected last Tuesday. So far, there's only been 1 case of Triple E in an actual animal. Now, that's the donkey that we told you about last week. Still, Rideau in DEM consider the risk level high and are warning people across the state to protect themselves from mosquitoes until the first hard frost of autumn. Now, approximately 30% of people who get Triple E, they die from the disease, and many survivors experience ongoing neurological problems for the rest of their life. Now, the FDA has given the green light for new versions of both Moderna and Pfizer's COVID-19 boosters. The CDC's advisory committee will take up the new vaccine sometime today. If the CDC signs off on them, pharmacies and doctors, they will have permission to administer the shot right away. The new boosters, they are effective for the current dominant U.S. strains as well as new variants that are emerging. Novavax says it also expects to have an updated vaccine later this month. It is 6:39, still to come on Good Morning Providence. The House of Representatives have opened an impeachment inquiry into President Biden without any concrete evidence that he abused his power. You're watching